Hi all, welcome to part 10 module 3 computer networks. So this is particularly about routing in mobile host. So this is a small topic that left in the third module, maybe somewhat independent from what we already seen. So far we discussed the routing algorithm, particularly the dynamic routing algorithm, that is distance vector and link state routing, where the devices are assumed to be stationary. Now what will happen when the devices are mobile, in the sense they are on move, so how this routing will be handled. So millions of people use computers while on the go, from truly mobile situations with wireless devices in moving cars to nomadic situations in which the laptop computers are used in a series of different locations. So the term mobile host is used to mean either of this category, that is either that wireless devices say in a moving car, or it could be a laptop computers used in a series of different locations. So as distinct from what we called as a stationary host that will never move. Okay, so when the devices are on move, what are all the difficulty we are facing, and accordingly how we will tackle the problem of routing. So that is the topic under discussion. So increasingly people want to stay connected wherever in the world they may be, as easily as if they were at home. So just they could get the connectivity and in a way that they should not feel that they are somewhere remote, and it should be as simple as the connectivity at home. So these mobile hosts introduce a new complication to route packet to a mobile host. So how, as the device is moving from one location to another, of course its network address could change, right? From one network, when it is moving to a different network, accordingly a different address will be given to that, and that time how this network first means how that device will be located first. So that is the first thing. So once the device is located, how that routing will be done. So far we assumed that the devices are stationary, having a fixed network layer address, and accordingly we discussed the routing topic. So when they are in move, how this will be handled. So the model of the world that we will discuss is one in which all hosts are assumed to have a permanent home location and a permanent home address that never changes. So even though the devices are in move, they are supposed to have a permanent home location. So where they are permanently assigned, and accordingly a permanent home address. So that is the first type of model which we will discuss more detail. So that is having this kind of an assumption. Then the routing goal in systems with the mobile host is to make it possible to send packets to mobile host using their fixed home address, and have the packets efficiently reach them wherever they may be. So using that fixed home address, that routing is done ultimately. So the trick is of course to find the device. So okay, with the help of fixed home address you can make that routing possible, but that routing should be done in such a way that wherever be the device moving, even though it is having a fixed home address, it is moving somewhere else, and that time properly the data, so by default the data will be delivered to the fixed home address only, right? So there should be some way of forwarding the data to the location where the device is located, but how you will be locating that device, so that is something we have to tackle. Right, now a different model. So this is one model that we can think of. A different model would be to recompute the routes as the mobile host moves and the topology changes, so using any of the routing algorithm. So dynamic routing algorithm, as soon as the topology is changing, the algorithm will be recomputing the routes. So that is fine. So that is something mandatory even. But what about the mobile host? As soon as the mobile host is moving from one location to another, as per the new location, update the routing table, right? But it is something not a feasible method, right? In the sense, if a few devices it's fine, but currently almost everywhere you can see the devices are only mobile in nature. So every time when the device is on move, keep on updating the routing table, then that is not going to be a good solution. But still we can think of an approach to handle this routing of mobile host like this. So however, with the growing number of mobile hosts, so that is a problem. This model would soon lead to entire network endlessly computing new routes. So every time whenever the device is moving to a different location, as per the new address, we are recomputing the route. Means accordingly we are updating the routing table. Yeah. So that is really a tedious task. So using the home address greatly reduces this burden. So the first solution, that is using permanent home address, this burden could be relaxed. Now one more approach being discussed, like another alternative would be to provide mobility above the network. So in the previous two solution, we assumed that the mobility is something that is handled by the network layer, and it is taken care of, the means routing is done by the network layer, and we are either making that routing say more complicated, or by that fixed home address and all, we are trying to resolve it in the network layer itself. So now another way is simply proceed as usual in the network layer, and the mobility could be handled by the higher layer. So which is what typically happens with the laptops today. So most of the laptop computers today is assuming this kind of a model, and that you might have felt. When they are moved to a new location, they acquire a new network address, of course. So and there is no association between the old and the new address. So that is the thing. So there is nothing like a permanent home address or a new address. So old address is the one where which the device is getting when it is at a particular location, and it is moving to a different location, it is getting a new address, and we are not associating the old address with the new address. The addresses were handled independently. The network does not know that they belong to the same laptop. Even I mean, old and new address belongs to two different network, and that network is unaware about the fact that both of them are part of the same laptop. So in this model, a laptop can be used to browse the web, but other host cannot send packet to it. So as the device is moving from one location to different location, it can acquire a new IP address, and accordingly it can send information to others. That will work fine. But what about receiving information from others? Because for others, they have to update their destination address to be of this new one, because old one is lost, and there is no relation between the old one and new address, of course. So whenever somebody is trying to catch this particular guy who is on move, how they will find him. So that is the thing, because by default the devices are having a fixed permanent IP address, and with that we can locate them. But as they are in move, every time they will change it, and how the other party will be knowing it, right? So particularly for applications like the voice over IP, the incoming call, that is supposed to be given to that particular laptop itself, right? There is no other way. So how it will correctly come to that laptop when it is moving from one location to another, like that. So without building a higher layer location service, I mean, for example, signing into Skype again after moving. So the only solution that we can have at this point is, we are giving that duty of handling the mobility to fully to the layer above network layer, that is say up to that application layer. And application layer, we can run some location service, some higher layer location service, say like what is done by Skype, which you all are familiar. So whenever you are moving into a different location, what you will do, you will sign into Skype. That is from the higher layer, you are trying to sign into Skype, and with the help of this higher layer application, you are trying to get call and everything, right? So at the network layer, in the routing part, nothing you are doing, just all those things were handled at the higher layer. So that is it. So moreover the connection, but the problem is, of course, when you are moving from one location to another, the network layer connectivity will be lost, right? The connections cannot be maintained while the host is moving, and new connections must be started up instead. So like everywhere, when you are moving from one place to another, you are supposed to sign in again and again to that Skype. So, and once you sign in, your location will be captured by Skype, and accordingly it will communicate with the other party. So all those things will happen in the application layer, and there is no burden at all in the network layer. So that is the thing. But the problem is, the connectivity will be lost, and every time when you are moving from one location to another, you are supposed to re-log in, or you are supposed to establish the connection again and again. So the network layer mobility is useful to fix this problem, in the sense that connection loss and connection establishment process and its difficulty could be handled if you are doing that mobility handling at the network layer itself. So what we are going to see next is a network layer mobility handling solution, and these three were suggested as a way of handling mobility. Either you can do it with the higher layer, or at the network layer itself you can handle the mobility. Network layer mobility management, we already seen two solutions. Out of the first one we will discuss now. I mean the one with the permanent home address. So something you can take this example, and what is being shown here, try to understand from the figure. First we have something called a home agent with a home address, right? So this is something what we call, so this is the mobile host at something called a care of address. So this is a mobile device. Actually this device is part of this particular network. So here some network is there, the device is part of this particular network, and what it done is, when it was part of this particular original, so this is its home location, right, as part of this network, it is having a permanent home address, right, and that will be taken. So on specific device of this network is chosen as the home agent, and the responsibility of this home agent, this particular device, is like every device will be whenever a device is part of it, what is his home address, everything will be known to this home agent, right, or a kind of initial registration will be done with the home agent, by which this device is getting part of this network. Now this is its permanent address, permanent home address, and for everyone will be trying to communicate this device using this permanent home address, and that time all this communication will be coming to this particular network only. But now the device is on move, and it will move to a different network, whatever it is. So whenever it is moving to a different network, the device is supposed to, so let's say this is a different network, get a network address from that new network. So how this network address will be obtained, so that is a different topic. The network address, that is the IPv4 address, and it's handling everything we will discuss soon in our subsequent modules and all. So for the time being, there is some way of getting the network address, so like that you can understand. So whenever the device moving on to a different location, it will try to get the network address, say from an agency who is providing it, and that is what we call as the care of address. So care of address is the new address obtained for the device when it is moved to a different location. So the mobile host is now at a new address, it obtained that care of address. Now as soon as it is getting that care of address, it is the responsibility of the mobile host to register with the home agent this care of address. So this is the first communication, so that is shown by this dotted line. So dotted line says that this is a control information, right. So here you could see three types of line, a normal straight line, a dotted line, and also a double straight line. So normal straight line is the normal IP packets, the network layer packets were communicated. Network layer packets were communicated by a straight line like this. The control information, that is not actual information, it is just a control information. So here the device is trying to say, this is my care of address. So the care of address registration with the home agent is what is happening at this first step of communication. So that is why it is a control message, it is not an actual data message. So once the device registered its home address to the home agent, its task is over. So as soon as the device is moving to a different location, the first two things it has to do is get a network layer address called the care of address, and communicate that care of address with the home agent. So now the home agent is having information about this device new care of address. Now what will happen, anyone who want to communicate with this mobile host, let us call it as a sender device, right. So we have a sender device, and he is trying to communicate something with this mobile host, but it don't know where this mobile host is actually, right. So what the sender will do is, sender will, so this is the second step, send the actual information, the IP packet, the network layer information, the network layer packet. So the unit of information is what we call as packets. The network layer packet will be communicated to the home address. So anyone, so this sender, you can assume any device in the network who is trying to communicate with the mobile host, and they will not be knowing the new location of the mobile host, because as it's keep on changing, right. So what it will do, it will at the network layer, the packets which are supposed to be given to this mobile host will be delivered to the home address. So to send it to home address means send the network layer packets to the home address. So as soon as the particular packet that is with the whose destination is of this mobile host is coming to this home agent, what the home agent will be doing, it will be having some kind of mapping table where the home address will be mapped to this new care of address, right. So now this home agent is knowing where the device is actually, so it will collect that particular packet, and it will means now it is coming as a network layer packet in the sense, the data will be there, and address will be there, right. Address, other informations were also there, so we call it as a header. So any IP packet is containing something like I mean any unit of information, whether it is data link layer or network layer. When it is comes to network layer packet, so there will be a data field, the actual data it want to communicate, and there is a header field. And in that header field you can see there are many fields, and one of such field is the home address of the device. So let me write it like so the home address is contained in the header, right? Now what the home agent will do is it will tunnel. So here you have a term called tunnel. This tunneling is something we will see later on also, so that time it will be more clear. So for the time being you can assume that, so this is a complete data packet, right, that is reached. So it is now forwarded further to the care of address. So care of address is something dynamic, and when the mobile device is moving from one location to another, this care of address keeps on changing, right? So that is something no need to be communicated to other device. So the devices were having the actual home address, so with that the packet is coming. Now to this packet we will so we will take this header plus data, I mean the IP packet as a whole, as a it will create a new IP packet, a new network layer packet. To that new network layer packet, the data field will be containing what is being sent by the sender, that enter information. Now to it will add, so there will be a header, and in that header there will be the care of address. Okay, so is that concept clear? So we are actually wrapping up what we obtained from the sender into a new packet, new network layer packet. So already I got a network layer packet, and that network layer packet I added an additional header and I made it a new network layer packet, some bigger one, right? So this is an extra envelope that is being added by the home agent. So that is something very important. So a kind of envelope you can, so already I got something, and which I put inside another envelope like that. Then I added further address. So in that way you can imagine this. So this is the process of tunneling actually. So that is why it is shown in a double line. So it is something specially communicated with an additional envelope. So now it will be tunneled to the care of address. So as soon as it is coming inside this envelope, so now the new address is of this care of address. So the routers will be knowing where is this care of address located, and accordingly the routing will be happening, and it will be delivered to the actual mobile host. So now the mobile host obtained it. So it is by some two level exchange. So first is the sender communicated to the home agent, and from home agent it is tunneled and it is given to the actual mobile host. Now the mobile host will unwrap it, right? So this encapsulated one, unwrap it. So it will remove this header part, and so that it will get the actual packet, that is what the sender is trying to communicate. And then it will understand that yeah, this is the sender. So in this header part actually, the source address, destination address, everything will be there. So destination address is actually the home address, and the source address is actually the sender's address, right? So that will be there. So the mobile host will understand that, and now once it get the sender's address, it can directly, so this is the third step. Now the fourth step is the mobile host is trying to reply directly to the sender the normal packet only. Why it is normal packet? Because the mobile host is now knowing the actual the address of the sender, right? So because whenever a packet is being sent by the sender, it is tunneled, and that tunnel or that wrapping is now unwrapped, and that time it got that original message being communicated by the sender, and from that original message it will take that header part, and in that header there will be source address and destination address. Destination address is actually the home address of the home agent, I mean the particular mobile host, and sender's address or the source address is actual address of the sender. So now to that source address the home agent can directly communicate the reply. So as soon as the home agent is getting the reply, now to this reply message the care of address will be attached, right? So this is the source address will be the care of address, and the destination address will be the sender's address, this particular field. So as soon as the sender is getting the care of address, the new care of address, what it will do, again it will prepare a information for the further communication. Initially only it will go through the home agent, and it will come over the mobile host. So as soon as the mobile host reply to the sender will be understanding what is the care of address of the mobile host. Now the sender can directly communicate with the mobile host, no need to go through the home agent, right? So when it tries to communicate directly, again what it will do, it will compose that particular IP packet, and that will be tunneled further, because this care of address is something that keeps on changing, right? So we can't add it as the actual destination address, so it is something to be given as an extra envelope, right? So if you don't want, you can remove it. So that is the idea. So that is why again double line, so that further communication the sender will do directly with the mobile host, and its reply it will do as a normal communication. So like that it will proceed. Now if the mobile host shifted to a new location, or if something else happened to it, again the communication will go through the sender to the home agent. So if the sender tries to catch the mobile host, suppose with the care of address, and the care of address is invalid in the sense the mobile host changed it to a different location, what the sender can do, sender can further communicate with the home agent, and it will repeat the whole process. So this is the last step, that is tunnel to the care of address, and I mean the further communication. I think it's clear for you right now. So I'm going to give you an explanation for the same. Just listen. The basic idea used for mobile routing in internet and cellular network is for the mobile host to tell a host at the home location where it is now. So whenever the mobile host is moving to a different location, it will communicate that new care of address with the host. So this host which act as host at the home location where it is now, so that communication will be done. So now at the home location, a special device is acting on behalf of this mobile host, right? So that is what we call as a mobile agent. So once it knows where the mobile host is currently located, I mean that care of address will be registered, right? It can forward packets to that packets, so that they are delivered to the new care of address. So the mobile host in a new location, whenever the mobile host reaches a new location, it will acquire a local network address, right? And how this network address is acquired, we will cover later on. Before it can use the network, so after acquiring the network address only, it can use the network, particular network, and the acquired address is what we call as a care of address. Once the mobile host has its care of address, it can tell its home agent where it is now, so by communicating this care of address back. So it does this by sending a registration message, so a kind of registration of the new care of address will be happening with the home agent. So registration message to home agent, so that is the step number 1 with the care of address. The message is shown with a dashed line to figure to indicate that it is a control message but not a data message. So next, the sender sends a data packet to mobile host using its permanent address. So further, as you already seen, what is step number 2, using that the actual sender will be communicating with the home agent using that permanent home address. So the packet is routed by the network to the host home location, because that is where the home address belongs to. Something happened. Yeah. So just look at the first line. So at home location, home agent intercepts this packet, because mobile host is always means away from home. So whenever the new packet is coming from the sender to the home location, when it is received to the home agent, which is acting behalf of the mobile host, it will intercept the packet, in the sense the mobile host is now out of station. So what it will do, even though it is out of station, the mobile home agent is knowing where it is, right? So it then wraps or encapsulates the packet with a new header and sends this bundle to the care of address. So that is, this mechanism is what we call as tunneling, because with the original packet, right? So the original packet, in the sense that packet itself is having data and a header part, so it will be further wrapped or encapsulated with a new header that will be contained in the care of address, and sends the whole bundle to the care of address. So that is step number 3, and this is what we call as the tunneling. So when the encapsulated packet arrives at the care of address, the mobile host unwraps it. So whenever the mobile host is getting it, it has to unwrap the message, and it should get the original message. So it retrieves the packet from the sender. The mobile host then sends its reply directly to the sender. That is step number 4. Why it is able to reply directly? Because the as soon as it unwrap it, it will get the address of the source, sender, actual sender. So it can directly communicate with the sender. Now the sender the overall route is called a triangle routing, because you could see some kind of triangle there, right? So because it may be circuitous if the remote location is far from the home location, so you can see that kind of a triangular shape, so we can call it as a triangular routing. As part of step number 4, the sender may learn the current care of address. So step number 4, the reply from the mobile host back to the sender, and by looking at the reply, the sender will understand what is the care of address, what is the new location of the mobile host. Subsequent packets can be routed directly to the mobile host by tunneling them to the care of address, that is in step number 5. Because why it is tunneled further is because it is not the actual address, right? So it is just a additional envelope, like that you can read the care of address. So we can directly communicate with the new location of the mobile host by doing tunneling with the care of address. So bypassing some location, the home location entirely. So if connectivity is lost on the go, for any reason, for as the mobile device moves, the home address can always be used to. So if the mobile host moved to a different location, the connectivity will be lost. Now the sender can't communicate with the mobile host. So what it will do, it will depend again the home address. Right. So some schemes, so that about the normal case. So what is explained in some textbook and all, it is written something like a foreign agent, right, or remote agent. So just like the home agent, whenever the device is moving to a new location, we can assign a foreign agent for taking care of its activities there. But actually it is similar to foreign agent is similar to the home agent, but at the foreign location. Just like home location, when it is moving to a different new location, what we call as a foreign location, a foreign agent can be assigned to for the device, just like the home agent. However, in more recent schemes, the foreign agent is not needed at all, and the mobile host itself directly act as the foreign agent. So as a mobile host itself can act as a foreign agent, and different foreign agent is not needed. So that is a scenario. So that is why that terminology is being skipped, but in some textbook you can see that, right? Okay, that's all. With this we can wind up discussion on routing in mobile host particularly. See, it's a very simple process, that permanent home address and that tunneling. So these two things you have to remember for explaining it. Okay, that's all. Most of the topics of this module 3 is covered, and this routing information protocol and OSPF in detail you can write as an assignment of this module. Okay.